All right, squad. All right, man. Wait, before we get into this video, man, I gotta say, what's good to check. Man, y'all know the vibes, man. Like, subscribe, and you know what to do, man. Like, subscribe, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got another banger for y'all today, man. Okay, now, we got that out the way, man. So, if y'all clicked on this video, man, then well, first of all, by the title, you probably already know what we're about to get into today. But if you clicked on this video, then you're probably wondering a couple different things. You're either wondering what type of steering wheel you should get. You're probably either wondering if you got the right steering wheel, or you're honestly just looking for a second opinion about what other people have to say about what type of stuff to get for sim racing gear. Well, today, y'all, and if y'all can see, man, I've been sim racing for a while. My channel's been growing, so you know what I'm saying? I know a little thing or two about different steering wheels, but y'all know how I'm rocking, bro. I do use the Logitech G29 steering wheel, and it's still amazing, dude. It's still rocking to this day, man. I will be putting a video out too to show y'all how amazing that wheel still is to this day, but we're not getting into that today. I'm gonna break down the different types of steering wheels that you guys can get, different types of sim gear. Well, steering wheel specifically. We're gonna go ahead and all different other types of sim gear probably later on if you guys really like this series, and if y'all do, please leave a like, you know what I'm saying, comment down below and all that. But yeah, we're gonna break it down, man. There's 4 different categories that we're gonna go into today, and if y'all don't know, well, you're gonna know today. Okay, so we got gear driven, we got belt driven, we got mixed driven, and of course we got the almighty direct drive. Now, my opinion about which steering wheel that you guys should get depends really on the amount of time that you're going to use the steering wheel and what your premise is for the steering wheel. Are you going to use this to actually transfer to real life practice, or are you just using this to be just a content creator? Are you just doing it to have fun with your friends, all that stuff? Okay, so we're going to get all into that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with gear driven. Okay, now gear driven wheels are the lowest, probably the lowest torque feedback, or the lowest torque put out of steering wheels, but they're not the worst steering wheel. They're the best bang for your buck steering wheel, and they're also, I would honestly say that they do last probably the shortest amount of time. I'm not gonna cap, okay? They probably last the shortest amount of time, but if you take care of them and you do right by them, clean them out, you know what I'm saying? Not clean them, but you know what I'm saying? Just dust it, make sure it doesn't get filthy and everything. They can last a really long time. But like I said, best bang for your buck. They are driven by teeth that are fixed together by gears, obviously gear driven, and I'd probably say the most used gear-driven steering wheel is the Logitech G29, which I have. You also can find, really, I'd say this, the company that is mainly known for using gear-driven wheels is Logitech, okay? So they have the best bang for the buck steering wheels, but some other companies do use that. I think some lower Thrustmaster wheels do use it, and some other no-names do use gear-driven, but the biggest one is Logitech, okay? So we're gonna move on, okay? We're gonna talk about mixed driven. Now, mixed driven, well, actually, let's get into belt driven first, okay? Belt driven is obviously, as you guys can, come on now, belt. Think of this, think of a timing belt on an engine, right? And you see how when it runs, it moves those parts about using a belt, correct? Basically, it's the same thing for belt driven. Now, belt driven wheels are more torque put out, but they are less torque put out than, of course, the almighty direct drive, which we'll get into not next, but the one after that, okay? So belt-driven wheels, I'd say the company that mostly is used for belt-driven is most likely your Fanatec. Let's keep it a buck. Fanatec, they run direct drive too, and they're really good with belt driven. Thrustmaster has some belt driven too, but Thrustmaster is really most known for the mix driven, which we're gonna get into now. The mix is a system of gears and belts, okay? So of course they have gears that fit, and there also is a belt driven that drives the wheel too. These wheels are a little bit less torque put out than the belt driven, just pure belt driven, for the most part, okay? It's not always true that it's gonna be less depending on the drive, okay? But for averaging, okay? Average, you have the least being the gear driven, then you go to the mixed driven, and then it's belt driven, and of course, direct drive, okay? Which we're gonna get into now. Direct drive. These, man, honestly, these have a system within that casing of the steering wheel that puts out the most direct type of force feedback that you will feel in an actual car. These do tend to cost the most, I'm not gonna lie, and the price range of all those two we'll get into in a second. But the most notable that I've seen for direct drive, of course, being Fanatec, but new wheels like the Moza R5 has been coming out and sweeping the scene. And y'all, I don't know, I might think about getting a Moza steering wheel. I just don't know, bro, but we'll see about that, you know what I'm saying, in another video. But now let's get into price range, which most of you guys do want. Okay, now for my most bang for your buckers, okay, Logitech, the gear driven, you're gonna look at about when I bought mine, unfortunately COVID hadn't, actually it was pre-COVID, it was right before COVID, but the technology crisis was going crazy, bro, and the steering wheel itself for me cost about $400 and some dollars. It was about like $400. Now you can get one for about like $250, you know what I'm saying, it cut in half. So if you get it like $250, $200, even if you look on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, somebody could be selling one, bro, for like $150. You never know. You just go look, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But yeah, those best bang for the buckers, you're gonna be looking at about $200, $300 nowadays for those wheels. Now, move on, we're gonna go to mixed driven. Mixed driven, what I said, most likely it'll be like your Thrustmasters, and these wheels are going to go for a little bit higher, but you're gonna look at about like $350 to $400, you know what I'm saying, in that area. It could get even higher too, honestly. Some mixed driven can even get higher, but on average you're looking to look about $400, about $5, maybe you might get up to $5, you never know. But like I said, Facebook Marketplace, other after marketplaces or other side sellers, they do have it for less. Okay, then boom, we're in belt driven. We're looking at Fanatec's, we're looking at Thrustmasters, upper level Thrustmasters. These babies, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro, the cheapest one that I've seen for a belt driven was probably about $500. The most I've seen for a belt driven was probably about $700 to $750. Okay, and this was the upper level Thrustmaster wheel and a Fanatec wheel that I've seen going for this high. But not to fret though, these wheels are not that bad for the price too, because they're gonna last you a long time and you're gonna get better force feedback. You're gonna get more precise force feedback. The curve on that graph is so much more smoother, you know what I'm saying? So you can always do that, go that route, and you'll be perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more expensive, yes, but lasts longer, better force feedback, better skill set, and those skill sets can start becoming, actually all of them can really start to transfer into real life if you want to know just the basics, yes. But when you start getting more towards the belt driven and the direct drive, they're gonna really give you the more feel. The only thing you're not feeling is the G's from the car, and unless you have a motion rig, then that's something else. We're not talking about that today. And then you get to the next one, which is direct drive. Now, direct drives have come a long way because a lot of people are starting to kind of shy more towards the direct drive era, or the direct drive side, I should say. And these people really like I don't know, bro. First, okay, let's just start with the price, okay? Moza R5, that thing is going for about $600 right now. That's probably the cheapest direct drive I've seen ever, okay, ever. Now, most of them, I ain't gonna lie, bro, these DDs are going for a band plus. I don't, you can quote me on that if you want to. I've seen the cheapest DD besides that Moza and a couple other ones too that are running in that about that $500 to $700 range. I've seen some going for that, but majority of them are definitely going, we're shying up towards that band. We're shying up towards 1K, you know what I'm saying? And that's 1K USD. I do live in the United States, so transfer that over to your currency, you know what I'm saying? So we talked about everything, right? We talked about the price, we talked about what type of steering wheel, and we talked about exactly like how the steering wheel is driven, and different companies that do have these wheels. So let's talk about which one you should get based on skill set and based on what you're trying to do as far as like transferring to real life, or you're just trying to be a casual gamer. Now, for my casual gamers, y'all, let's keep it a buck. Now, my casual gamers, if y'all want it, by all means, if you got the money to spend it, go ahead and spend it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you the best wheel that you're gonna get is belt driven or direct drive. Let's keep it a whole buck. But for my casual gamers who are only gonna be on it every now and then, I would go more lower. I would stick in the mixed driven to gear driven. So Logitech's Thrustmasters, you know what I'm saying? I would stick in that era, okay? The lower level Thrustmasters, not the high end, low end. Now, if you're going to be playing, like I said, like me, which I'm actually about to upgrade because I've had my Logitech for a long time. I got in first, I was like just a casual gamer, so I got into Logitech. Now, I've been playing a lot, I've been streaming a lot, and we've been driving almost every day. I'm about to upgrade to belt or direct drive, but for my people who are more avid content creators, you know what I'm saying, you drive a lot, you know what I'm saying, you like to tandem with your homies a lot and everything like that, I would go Thrustmaster Fanatec. I would go mixed driven or belt driven because those are going to give you the best kind of like, you know what I'm saying, best for feedback as far as like to keep control of your car with your homies and everything. But if you're going to be filming and everything too, it makes the audience that more interested because these wheels can also have easy like quick release mods added to them and everything. Now for the Logitechs with quick release mods and everything, you have to get 3D printers and all that stuff like that. So when you get up to the more higher end, it's actually very, very easy to customize the wheel. And most of them actually already have aftermarket customization like already, like Fanatec does. If you get an NRG wheel, put that thing on there, quick release, all that, bro. So for my people who are like me and y'all going up, man, I would look mixed driven, belt driven, maybe even DD if you really want that, okay? Now, for my people who are actual racers, I mean, you in real life, you out here trying to race, you trying to get some skill to bring to the streets, you trying to, bro, do not go under belt driven. You need belt driven or direct drive, okay? For my professionals, even for my like pro drivers, like y'all need my pro drivers, y'all need direct drive. You don't even need to be looking at belt driven. You need DD, baby. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on this side of the spectrum, not that side. You know what I'm saying? Logitech down here, DD up here. But no, for real though, I'm not even hating on Logitech too because guys, the new Logitech that it came out, the G923 is amazing. I absolutely love that wheel. 1080 degrees, amazing. The new Thrustmaster wheel, which I believe is the T248, that wheel amazing. The Moza R5 that just came out for DD, amazing. Okay, the best thing I'm trying to get you guys to look at them is the drive. Okay, please, when you're looking at steering wheels, look for the drive. Look if it's gear driven, belt driven, mixed driven, or direct drive. Most likely it's going to be in the title, but if it's not in the title, please check the credits, everything. Please go look at it and make sure you are getting the right bang for your buck. But like I said, and also big thing, don't use driver mod. Please, 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 do not get a direct drive wheel or something that's too far out of your price range because you think it's just going to make you better by using driver mod, by getting a better wheel. No, buddy, I'm telling you, there are people out here, there are pros who use Logitech G29s like me, bro. Okay, I'm telling you, don't get a wheel that you think is going to make you better just because it costs more. It's not. It's all about time. It's seat time, baby. Seat time will make you better, okay? But yeah, with all that being said, man, and just so y'all don't think I'm playing, man, my steering wheel's over here, bro. Just so y'all know, but yeah, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay groovy, stay sideways, and I'ma see y'all later.